Hi good people, welcome back to my YouTube channel. And my channel is about sharing tips for working remotely. What are some of the skills that you need to have a remote job, and some of the online platforms where you can get those remote jobs. So I'm also doing a series of how I'm transitioning from being a social media strategist to being a UX designer. So I will start off with probably explaining one of the most misunderstood concepts. Online jobs versus working remotely. So an online job is any job that you're doing online. It can be a gig, it can be you're actually basically a freelancer because it's contractual. So this is a job that you get to do either for a couple of days, a few hours with a client, and then once you finish, you get on to the next task. You have to constantly be looking for clients. On the other hand, remote jobs, these are jobs that you get employed by a company, but instead of reporting to a physical office, you get to just work from where you work. Now, what you need to understand is online jobs are different from remote jobs. So a remote job, you need to be qualified for that particular job. They'll have what it needs and a particular skill set. And then for online jobs, most of the time you can actually pitch what your skill is. And once you pitch to someone or a platform where you set up a profile and you pitch, this is what I can do, then people get to hire you from that. Here are some of the online job boards.
Is Fiverr. It's a very well-known platform where you go there to hire someone with a specific skill set. You as a person who's looking to work online, you can come, you set up your profile, you get to set up what that's the services that you're offering, and then you market yourself here. So it's quite a competitive space, I won't lie. But once you are able to get 1 to 3 clients and they are able to give you ratings here, you are good to go and you are able to get more and more. Here, ratings is what markets you even better. So the other platform you'll get for online jobs is Contra. If you want to be just a freelancer and you're just looking to offer your services as well. And this is how it looks like. And that's Contra for you. Yes. Have Twine, another platform for you to get remote jobs. So remember, you're pitching what you can do. So here it's showing you the different segments. It has marketing, developers, AI, and machine learning. And even there are those who do children's book illustrations. Remember, it's what you can offer. It's what you can do. So the last but not the least is TopTal. You can see TopTal hire the top 3% freelance talent, and it shows it hires globally. So, and there's an option for what type of talent are you looking for. Are you looking for developers, designers, marketing experts, product managers, project managers, and is if you're looking to get into online jobs and you don't know how to go about it, you can come to these platforms and explore what are some of these profiles, what are some of the services people give out there. So when you see that, probably you'd be like, oh, actually I can write short stories for children, or I can design short illustrations for children's book, or I can do graphics, or I can do. So this can also be an option for you to just go explore and see what you could be interested to offer as a service, or even interested to learn, so that later on you can offer it as a service. So yes, that's TopTal for you, and there are quite so many options for online jobs. These are just a few. Please feel free to go and dig more. I'll be sharing more that I will be getting that I know are good platforms, and you're not gonna get duped there or something. Yeah.
Here are some of the remote job boards that you can look for work.
So now I want you to see the difference between a remote job and online jobs. So a remote job, you can see like this is hybrid remote, meaning you have a few days in the office, a few days off the office, and then they have structured them. Remote accounting jobs, we have remote customer service jobs. Now let me mention something. If you're going into finance or something like law, and they're offering to give a remote job and you can work, you need to at least either know international law, or if it's finances, you are conversant with their finance system, or if they're going to look for a tax expert, you have to know that what's the tax system of that particular country that they're advertising that job. So you get, now that is where the difference comes in. So this is another one. So when you click here on remote jobs, so you're able to see what are the remote jobs that are available. The only difference about this, just remotely, they only hire remotely, but you have to be a US resident. That's the only downside of this particular one. Sometimes remote jobs are highly inclined into the tech, but it's not limited to tech. It's just that probably the opportunities in the tech industry to work remotely are many, but you'll still find customer service, you'll still find digital marketing. They're also highly competitive. Right now I've been seeing HRs and talent acquisition coming in. And then we have the working nomads. It's a really amazing platform as well. Jobs are going, you can see when they have classified the jobs, and you can see some of the jobs are specific. They're very transparent with their pay. So lastly but not the least, it's flex jobs. Now I have a hate and love relationship with flex jobs, because flex jobs, you have to pay for you to get those jobs on the list. 1 week I think they give you at either $1 and a few cents for you to access it for 7 days, and then you can pay for another 7 days. But flex jobs is, for me, I paid for it for a week, and honestly the jobs that I got there were jobs that I saw in other platforms. So I was quite, I felt shortchanged. So it might not be the situation for you. For me, I felt, these are the same jobs, and then they were very limited. But like I said, that was just my experience. Yours might be different. I think it's the type of work that I was looking for. I was looking for UX roles, and this not being a design job board, they were very limited. That's it for the job boards, for the remote job boards as well. And I'll be sharing more in my upcoming videos as well. Thank you.
Balancing learning UX while working in social media. To be very honest, it has been a bit tasking, because I handle up to 15 brands in my company, and some of my work constitutes having to do the strategies, the content strategies, the social media strategies, plan the content calendars as well, captioning, creating the graphics and what goes into that. Also, I have some clients that I have to do double the work, because they require the work to be done in English, in 2 languages, English and French. It has been very tasking. However, how I do it, I leverage a lot of the scheduling apps. I use them to schedule my content and anything that I need to go up front, so that as I'm working on these other tasks, I don't have to feel the pressure that something is pending because I did not post it, or I forgot to post it because of unavoidable circumstances. That's where the scheduling apps come in handy. I also prep my work early, so this is something I have also been just trying to do more often, where I write down, in this particular week, this is what I need to do. Then if this week I'm going to handle 4 brands, then those 4 brands, I get to know what am I doing for them. Am I doing the strategy, the content strategy, the content itself, the calendars, the captioning, or what am I doing in the particular week? So once I align that, then now I'm able to slot my days. My day, I divide it into 4 segments, where I have mid-morning, I have the morning, I have mid-morning, early morning, mid-morning, afternoon and evenings. Normally when I have the 4 quarters of my day, early morning and mid-morning, I dedicate the first 90 days of the day to work on my personal project, in this case, which is the UX design. So I get to work on that, and then once I work on that mid-morning, I get to work on the tasks that maybe need approval before afternoon 2 p.m. with my 2 p.m. which is usually the early morning of Eastern time. So I will do that in the early morning, and then I take a lunch break. Afternoon, I'm gonna now delve into something else, another task. And then once I finish that in the evening, I finish off with another task, or sometimes meetings. My meetings, they fall a lot in the evenings. And that's how I have been scheduling my work. It has been working. Then there are days I feel, to be very honest, there are days I wake up and things are not working. So things are not going the way I want them to go, or something happens. Sometimes I think that's why I don't like taking last minute things. They can disorient how I am working, because if I know I have a deliverable that needs to go at a certain time and I am working at it from 2 p.m. and then maybe that 2 p.m. you want something urgently and you are not in my schedule, it becomes a bit very disorienting to even the work that I'm supposed to deliver. But I will say this: ensure your schedule is agile. You're able to adjust it. It's not cast on stone. If at all you're not able to do a particular thing, let's say for example, I've given out work and it needs edits, and the edits, we have a back and forth, and it slips into afternoon, since mid-morning into the afternoon. Afternoon, I'm supposed to be working on something else, but it slips into that. Then I just allow it to slip. Then I will just push these other items a little bit forward. So that's how it works. Thank you guys for tuning in. I hope this was insightful to you, and I look forward to seeing you next week, same time. Bye bye.